Hello guys, how's it going? Okay, welcome to the new week. Actually, we have a lot going on because everything is moving into Aquarius from Capricorn, and so I want to jump right in because this is a fabulous reading. Y'all know when I use that word, we are doing pretty good. So let's start off. Today I used angel guidance. As my little fam knows, when I use these cards, I always want to include what they look like because there's so much information in them. So to start off with your past energy, here she is. She's on this yellow brick road, which I've had some connotation to Dorothy lately. I don't know if anybody else has, but here she goes. And this is just indicating a new opportunity, a new love coming in, a new car, a new home. It's just flat out abundance and good wealth, good things. Also, I also want to note while I'm here that once clarified, we have twice. So Ace of Pentacles right here twice in one reading, so I always want to highlight that first. But here she is. Even though she's in the past, she's got what she needs, the knowledge is in her hands, and she's walking towards the abundance that she's looking for. Present, Queen of Swords. Now this Queen of Swords I think is one of the most beautiful I've seen because of the blue butterfly. So if you're an Abraham Hicks fan and you have not heard the story of the blue butterflies, please YouTube it, look it up. It's really good. She's yielding some truths here, but she's still sitting on her throne. She is in alignment with where she wants to be, and she knows where she's going. And again, one of the most beautiful, so very abundant and looking at the blessings that are coming in rather than perhaps what was being yielded at her or bringing her down. And then going forward here, love this, the Dreamer card. So if you can look at this, here he goes. He's just walked through a door, walked into something brand new. I also note here, I love this because that's also my sign for the infinity. What goes up comes down, as above, so below. Walking with the dog, walking in a new direction. And then over here in this beautiful rose garden is an angel just right there. And so he's looking off, thinking of things, brand new beginning, a brand new start. And this is the energy we need to be in for 2026. We need to be optimistic and be open to the possibilities because so many times we close ourselves off with how we think things should be, when in all actuality, those very things are where the lesson is to begin with. You can open up so many doors this way, but we often forget that. So I also, this is why I'm glad I used this deck today. This is the Ten of Swords. So, and the reason I love this depiction of the Ten of Swords is, there again, here's our door. And I love it when Spirit does this because it just clarifies everything so vividly. You packed your bags, you're getting ready to walk out that door. All of those swords that were placed in your back from whatever the circumstances were have now been put right back where they belong. You're off and you've decided, I will take this Ten of Swords, I will look at it, I will learn from it, and I will choose my behavior and how I see it from my perspective, but I'm also going to move forward. I'm moving forward into the sun, out of any of this energy that was ever holding me back to begin with. So I love this Ten of Swords. And then overall, and I mean, I really cannot make it up. I'm just going to turn it over here. We have awakening. So here you go. Here he is. And I find this a very interesting depiction because it also comes out with the 1111, which is your intuition, which is what you already know to be coming. But there he is, and he's hanging upside down. And if you look at this card, there, right down here, there's the two paths. One path leading this way, one path leading this way. And this is what we talk about when we say timelines. You you are able to make the choices in life that you're able to make. And you choose the timeline of where you want to be at any given time. So you make a choice. Do you want to go left? Do you want to go right? And I think at this point in your life, we've come into a huge awakening because you're now realizing, you know, what I really want is the freedom. What I really want is to be who I am and resonate in this good energy, because the more you love you, the more love you have to give to anybody else. So if you notice, we're hanging upside down now, and here we are, the dreamer, same guy, but we're looking at it from a different perspective. And what's even more interesting is we've got a nice angel up here in the tree, looking forward, knowing exactly which way to go. And if you remember from the dreamer card, the angel was just kind of off here, waiting in the background, and here we are in the middle of an awakening. So this 1111 card really wants you to be able to trust yourself, trust in what you believe. You know, belief is just a thought. You continue to think. So the more we think and the more we are aware of where we are in any given moment, the better off it's going to become. So I really, really like that together for you. It's just a great collective reading. This also was backed up, and it's funny because if you've been watching the readings lately, this King of Cups keeps showing up. I mean, he's a nice looking King of Cups and everything, but he just continues to come out no matter how many times I shuffle this deck. So I think in this situation, we also have the Lovers as well. So, and I love this with the angel there, of course. So we really have a reoccurring theme in this, but we have that. And then to shape it out again is that third Ace of Pentacles. So it's also going to show you that perhaps the perspective needs to be changed, because if you are so focused on that lack of mentality, well, I don't have this and it's supposed to be here, and you know what, I've set a time frame on it, I've decided it has to be here right now, right this minute. Okay, well, you are limiting so many of the possibilities of what truly can come to you that unfortunately you're not able to see it from that bigger perspective. So whether it be love, whether it be a new job, a new career, you're chasing a dream, you're in alignment, you're doing whatever it is that you need to do here, this is where this awakening is coming from. So moving over here, we had actually in your oracle cards for today, we have belief systems, facade, which is the conditioning, the expectations, all of the negative beliefs that have been placed in this reality for us on a continual basis. And you've really started to look at some of these things and think, no, that's really not how I feel about it. And you've started to pay attention to what you're currently believing. And that leads you into reflection. This says shadow work. So you've been soul searching. You've been out there looking in introspection at yourself to see what kind of better version you can become of yourself and how you therein can help others and do what you need to do in the collective. So it's evaluation. It's a chance to sit back and really look at what do you want and why do you want it? Two of the questions. And then we're also in present. So that moves you into, I love this, attracting, gratitude, abundance, productivity, tranquility, success, everything that you have been looking for. In order to be able to attain that, maybe that perspective needs to be a little broader, because there are so many things to be grateful for. I recently went through this. Everybody has these situations in life, and ultimately it comes down to release. So it's the release purge card, and it's basically saying you need to surrender what's not working for you. You need to be able to surrender those people and places that just chose not to grow or evolve. You need to be embracing what's coming to you. And since you're here again and every day is not promised, release what's just not working so you can move into an energy of what's really going to be the best version of you for you. Beautiful, beautiful cards. Our lucky Lucies are better together, I only have eyes for you. You make me smile. It gets better. And a new beginning. So I love that with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. So it's just saying, please, be who you are, move forward, and don't accept anything that is not in alignment with you. Remember that you are evolving, you are growing, and as you do so, therein you can attract what you're truly looking for. So I love you guys. I hope everything is good, and we'll talk soon. Bye.